The thing that they don't tell you about being born awake and aware is that wherever you go, your social experiences are always going to feel like you're put into an other category that doesn't quite belong in this system. Because to be completely honest, in a Western world, we really only have categories for spiritual experiences so far that go under either religion or mental illness, and then oftentimes they go into the same box. So you're kind of off on your own until you start finding the books and the websites and the YouTube videos and the TikToks that tell you that there are other people who have experiences like you. And then you start building a form of relationship, having those experiences validated, and then that might actually trickle into your everyday life where you start to really meet people who are like this and have connections with. But the weirdest thing about it is that I've always said that I feel like I have one foot in the physical world and one foot in the spirit world. And I truly mean that each and every one of us have that energy to agree, and people can feel it. And it doesn't mean that they're necessarily able to identify it and they'll be like, okay, that woman talks to spirits and whatnot. Usually how it comes out is they go, okay, this is not computing. The way this person is speaking resonates on a different register and frequency than what I'm used to. And then because most people are not willing to go deep enough to understand the feeling, they instead place a projection upon it. They usually end up going, okay, this person is weird, so I'm going to treat them like they're different, and I might even get a little shaky and jumpy around. And fortunately and unfortunately, that's kind of just the reality of being awake, is that you will rattle the living daylights out of people without even lifting a finger. And you could be in your truest, most highest frequency and vibration, and yet there will still be people who jump out of their skin when they meet you, and people who point fingers, or it brings up all of their witch wounds, all of their healing wounds. Oh, hello, little moth. And you kind of just have to learn through, like, I guess it's called trial by fire. You kind of just have to have the experiences over and over of feeling upset and confused over it, until one day it happens so many times that you go, well, I don't enjoy the reaction that I keep having and it's creating suffering. So now I'm going to have to find a way to react to this differently, or else it will be so debilitating that I just become completely exhausted and can't do anything at all. So that's kind of the secret too, is that when you have somebody who's really aware and awake, you can see by the way that they behave that they've really earned a lot of the lessons that they're living at. Because a lot of us were not told how projections work. A lot of us were not informed. We were not educated on the ways that energy is. We just had to go out into the world and experience it. And then through eventually noticing different patterns, we had to put the pieces back together ourselves so that we could find a better way to live. And if that's not fucking badass, I don't know what is.